African Action Congress candidate, Omoyele Sowore, showed up with a bold statement at the Federal High Court in Abuja on Tuesday, leading a protest with a large Ghana must go bag emblazoned with the words, "Tinubu must go." In the clip posted on his X page, Sowore declared that he's ready to face this administration head on. Let's take a look.
They are learning that there's life after office. Maybe that is what is responsible for it. I don't know, but there will be fresh leaves of life after office, and the office of Tinubu, his tenure has been cut short by our Ghana must go back, which is now Tinubu must go. We must go. Please order your own before we run out of them.
Sowore never disappoints. So Sowore is on trial. And, he's been persecuted by the Department of State Services over an expose in which he described President Bola Ahmed Tinubu as a criminal. The judge adjourned proceedings on Tuesday until the 3rd of August for the continuation of the defense. I'll come to you, Dr. Abati, of course, for Sowore is continuing to, obey the rules, come to court, and his case is still being adjourned at this point. I'd like your thoughts on his Ghana must go back. And of course, I know that you wanted to add something to the Ubasani story quickly, but start with Sowore.
Well, in the case of Sowore, you know that campaigns will start August 19. So you're still going to hear a lot from Sowore, about the opposition, about President Bola Ahmed Tinubu in particular. What we've just been asking for from all the parties involved, concerned, is that this should be a campaign season that is driven by ideas. We want to hear about alternative ideas, what each presidential candidate has for, the Nigerian people. You'll get a lot of histrionics, but we shouldn't lose sight of the more important task of how to move Nigeria forward or to do a lot more for the Nigerian people. The other issue that supporters of Sowore, who is a presidential candidate in this election, may overlook is that in this particular case, there is a charge of defamation against him, which is the court process that you are talking about. And that process, the adjournment, I think is now August 3rd. Yeah, I think the case has been postponed till August 3rd. And the court, of course, the process in court is quite different from partisan politics. But what may well happen is that you will consistently see an attempt to merge the two lines and place greater emphasis on politics rather than legal process.
If I'm president today, and I'm telling you this so that you can hear it, and I feel in these areas that I promised I would deliver, I'll be harder on myself than anybody could be hard on me. And I'll resign. I'll probably be the first president in Nigeria who said, look, I failed you. I'm sorry. Goodbye. And I hope you forgive me.
The most important person to be fired in the Tinubu cabinet is Bola Ahmed Tinubu himself. So whether he likes, he reshuffles the cabinet from top to bottom, move people from here to here, it is a waste of time, because once there is no clear vision and there is no political will to move the country in the right direction, even if you hire the best of the best, there is nothing to work with. In law, they will say you cannot build something on nothing. What exactly is the Bola Tinubu vision for Nigeria? You are taking out Wale Edun to replace with Taiwo Oyedele, who oversaw the, tax reform issue and the tax law issue that came out with forged clauses that came from the National Assembly, and he was even unable to ascertain exactly what document came out from the National Assembly and what was gazetted by the presidency that did not even go back to the National Assembly for harmonization. So when you talk about the Tinubu administration, Nigerians have had enough. It is a tale of recklessness across boards, and as it is today in Nigeria, it does not matter the step that this government begins to take today. It has proven for the last 3 years that it is detached from the realities of Nigerians. Nigerians are struggling with a bad and battered economy, with insecurity, with corruption that is in high heavens. Today, we are the fourth most terrorized country in the world. We are the maternal mortality capital, death capital of the world. We are the 6th most miserable country in the world. Nigeria has more than 18 million children out of school today. Today, we are the kidnapping capital of the world. If kidnapping was an Olympic sport, we'll probably have the highest gold medals as a country. So nobody exactly cares about what Bola Ahmed Tinubu is doing at this point. They should be rounding up and winding down, allow democracy to thrive. Let us have free and fair elections elections so that we can end this reign of terror over ourselves as a people. The president can decide to say whatever he wants to say. By stating that they will not scare you off, it is even a signal or an indication of fear in itself. Because when the president comes out to talk about the ADC National Convention, Mr. Dapo, are you aware of any court order that says it is illegitimate for the ADC to have held their convention? Why is the president talking about it? So when you want to talk about respecting the judiciary and court orders, was it part of the respect for the judiciary for the president to visit the Nigerian Judicial Council and also the judges, and they were singing on his campaign mantra on their mandate, they shall collapse? Does the president understand that in a democracy there is a principle of separation of power, and the judicial arm of government must be devoid of executive interference, where you commit a cabinet minister to take care of the welfare of the judicial officers? And today we have the kind of judiciary that we have in Nigeria. Does the president understand the principle of the constitution and the judiciary or the laws that govern this country to know that the primary responsibility of government is the protection of life and property, and that under his watch Nigeria is the fourth most terrorized nation in the world, and that having failed woefully in protecting the lives of Nigerians and their property, the president has no reason to be moving about the country talking about a campaign or re-election when persons are dying? Did President Tinubu respect the judiciary and the lives of Nigerians when people were slaughtered in Plateau State? He visited the state, ended in the airport, and said because there was no light, he was spending 10 minutes. They rather brought victims of insecurity to the airport to meet the president like a monarch. Is President Tinubu aware that as a president and commander-in-chief, kidnappers are taking people and
Mr.
government is paying ransom? So, Mr. Dapo, I don't know exactly what the president is talking about, but as a people, we must ensure we have free and fair elections to liberate ourselves.
The way you come, I'm steady, you're surprising me, 'cause I know, see my energy.